Debemos evitar esto porque es contra nuestra voluntad. We must avoid this because it's against our free will.
Without good, no evil. Without want, no lack. Without desire, no need. The circuit is one, and one is the machine.
First, God does not exist. But don't worry, what does exist is good, as opposed to evil. So if you believe in God, you believe in good, and that's as it should be. You are just fine. If you believe in evil, then you probably need a whack on the back of the neck with a big fucking stick.
And others had participated in the plot.
Of course, everyone had played a role as far as the chanting and the praying. Everyone had a role in that, and understanding that, you know, this was going to be another sacrifice to our gods. A bunch of scumbags that they were. Our gods, Lucifer and his crew, and we said, yeah, this is going to be another one for you, you know. And I said,
methods like religion for pushing the populace around and getting people to do what was wanted. But in recent times, in the 20th century, there are new technologies that provide the expertise to control people totally without their knowledge. Means of electronic entrainment, brain control implants, methods of advertising that manipulate us against our will. And this isn't science fiction, this is something that's very documented. The Manchurian Candidate, of course, was about the creation of a mind-controlled assassin who, as I recollect, it's been years since I've seen the film, was going to be activated to kill the president. Now this is wild science fiction, crazy impossibility, you know, it just complete nuttiness, but then one takes into consideration the realization that Sirhan, for instance, after he killed Robert F. Kennedy, was examined by several experts, several hypnotherapists, and they came to the conclusion that Sirhan was under hypnotic control when he killed Kennedy. They don't make a big deal out of that on 60 Minutes, but that just happens to be the facts.
They don't want the average person realizing this. You know, they don't want, so there's the mind control concept or experimentation, and then there's the smoke screen as well. So you're dealing with two different, he was one of the people, I think, one of few who understood that the real war is a war on consciousness. It's very important to always remember that it may have so many other permutations. Now we're seeing it's, you know, mass killings in America or what have you. But, and then all heads turn, you know, as soon as that comes on the little media framed image, you know, then people are shocked, you know, and they turn to that as if it's some sort of freak phenomena or something like that. It's actually, the sad case is it's not freak. And anyone who's really studied mind control understands that mind control is ubiquitous. It's almost the question of who is not mind controlled, as opposed to, you know, who is mind controlled. It's just a difference in degree. The whole question of what is consciousness and how it can be manipulated is one of the most crucial questions of our time. In my work, it really goes along with the whole question of the origins of evil. I mean, it's origins of evil / war on consciousness.
Everywhere I go, everywhere I travel, I see people. The whole planet is full of them. Some walk alone, some with a companion, and others go about in groups. Human beings is the name they go by, and they sure love to live huddled together in big, sprawling cities. They all seem very busy doing this and that and getting on with their lives. Yep, the people of the world tend to look very productive and in charge. If I went and talked to any of them, if I went and interviewed people and asked each of them whether they think they're in charge of their own destinies, I wonder what kind of answers I'd get. Most of them would confidently say, sure, I'm in charge of my own life path. And what about me? Am I really in charge of my own destiny? Do I know where I've come from, why I'm here, and where I'm going? After all, some people would say that just by using this credit card, I'm a virtual serf to powerful men who profit from my existence. Some have said we're all veritable slaves in an invisible penitentiary. If that's the case, then none of us are in charge of our lives. We only think we are, and that's kind of frightening. Maybe that invisible prison does exist. Maybe I can't see it because I've been trained not to be able to see it. Can that situation never change? After all, I sure don't like to think of myself as being on someone else's chain.
Repetían y se repetían. En realidad es una extraña espiral en la que nos hemos envuelto desde hace miles de años. Los dioses entregaban el poder a aurigas que dirigían pueblos para conquistar a otros que a su vez tenían sus propios dioses. Una extraña jugada mortal de ajedrez, como que fuéramos marionetas, como que fuera la granja humana, y una serie de entidades divinas disfrutase de aquel panorama. Incluso es posible que se alimentase del mismo. En resumidas cuentas, la historia de la humanidad es dolor, guerra, malestar, pesadumbre, tristeza, destrucción. Los momentos de victoria y los momentos de grandeza, así como la felicidad, son pequeños instantes efímeros.